J'ai vécu au Vietnam pendant 10 ans.
I lived in Vietnam for 10 years. The first time I came to Vietnam was in 1959. I was coming back from Hong Kong, where I studied philosophy. I was entrusted with the role of accompanying seminarists who went to the secondary school interns at Paris near Saigon. For 3 years, together with other confrères, I was responsible for their training. I taught foreign languages, mathematics, and music. After that, I returned to Lyon in France to carry on studying theology, and for 2 years I studied liturgy at Rome with the Benedictines.
Chez les Bénédictins. Ensuite, je suis revenu et...
When I returned to Vietnam, I was sent to a more northerly location than the first time, but still within the southern area of the country, towards Dalat, 25 kilometers from Dalat, in a village at 800 meters above sea level. There were the small aspirantate, as the young seminarists from 11 to 14 years of age were called, and there were about 200 of them. In that period, I received not only permission, but also a recommendation on behalf of the local bishop to go at the weekend to celebrate Mass for the young Americans who worked in the communications sector and put tarmac on the roads. From 1971, I was at Dalat with other priests to start up philosophy courses and the construction of the Scholasticat. A house had been bought, but it was too small. So a Scholasticat was built with 60 places, and today it still belongs to Don Bosco's Salesians. The communists, or rather the new regime, set themselves up at Dalat towards the end of March 1975. At the end of the month of May, a delegation arrived guided by a priest who wanted to build a new church according to the new political, economic and social guidelines.
Et puis, il nous a fait clairement...
It was made clear to us that we all had to leave. We were invited to leave the country and report back to our superiors all the wonderful things that were happening in the country.
Tout le bien qui était en train de se réaliser ici au Vietnam. Et ils nous ont donné 3 jours.
Christians have been in Vietnam for a long time, even though Catholics are the minority. In the south of the country, Catholics have more means and possibilities of working in the social sphere. In the north, however, communism, which was present from 1954, made things harder. Today, the Catholic presence is still stronger in the south and weaker in the north, notwithstanding the presence of Catholics in the northern government.
Dans le gouvernement du Nord, sur d'autres points comme...
From a religious point of view, it has to be said, as in other countries around the world, the Vietnamese people, especially in the south, have the possibility to celebrate their faith. They leave them alone. You can perceive that when they go to church or the centres, even those of Don Bosco, that as long as the young people do not talk about politics or social issues, they have a certain amount of freedom.
Ils ont une certaine liberté.
For example, on a social level and educational level, there are great difficulties because the government does not want any other structures to teach, educate or offer educational programs, as it is the role of the government solely.
C'est leur devoir à eux. Alors,
bit by bit, Catholics have found other ways to work in the educational field. For example, they have created laboratories and workshops where they teach young people a trade, but without talking about school.
D'apprendre un métier à des jeunes, etc., mais sans jamais parler d'école. C'est jamais d'école.
I think that on an economical level, there will be more possibilities to organise ourselves, not just on a local level, but throughout the whole country. I think the future looks bright for the Vietnamese people because they've got lots of ideas, means and a fertile land.
Ils ont des idées, ils ont les moyens parce que la terre est fertile, etc.